Hey guys, what's up? This is Jeff with Top Star Mobile Detailing, Las Vegas. Today I'm going to break down my express detail with first-time clients.
Now, Jeff, you checked out the car. How is it, man? Is it really, does it need the executive package?
No, I would say this one's right on with the express package. It doesn't have any heavy staining or anything like that, so definitely a good fit for the express. Shouldn't take too long, probably 2 hours, I would say.
Got it. And just real quickly, for people that don't know, can you break down your process step by step? What are you doing first?
Yeah, so first step, usually what I like to do, sometimes I'll blow it out if it's really bad, if there's a lot of stuff in the vents. This one's really not that bad, so we start with a vacuum, pull out the mats, vacuum all under the mats, vacuum the mats. Then we're gonna go in and basically wipe everything down, brush out all the little cracks and crevices in the vents, wipe it all down. And we're gonna get the glass streak free on the inside and throw an air freshener in there, and then we're gonna move to the outside. And we're gonna do all the wheels, scrub those, get the barrels, get all the brake dust off the wheels, and then move on to foaming the car, do a pre-foam, strip off most of the dirt, re-foam it again, do a hand wash. Basically get it shining up, nice and spotless, dry it up, and then we'll be good to go.
Now, looking at the car, is there any specific areas that you feel might give you a problem, or it's all pretty good?
It's all pretty straightforward with this one. Yeah, there's nothing really that stands out where it's like, oh, we got to deal with this or that. It's just pretty much a basic detail on this one. Yeah.
Have you ever done a detail and then the customer comes outside and says, hey, that scratch wasn't there, the water spots went there?
I have had that one time actually where the client said that there's like a bunch of spots on the paint after, and I had to explain to him it was really dirty. So like looking at it, you couldn't even tell it was just covered in dirt. It was a Raptor that the guy had gone off-roading in, and it had a matte wrap on it. And I could tell kind of right away when I was starting to wash it that it had staining underneath. The matte had staining in it already. I didn't really think it would be an issue. When he came out, he did point it out and say, hey, there's like spots in the, in the mat, in the wrap. And I explained to him that had been like sitting in there for a while, and it obviously got wet, had dirt sitting on it for a long time. And that had just kind of etched in and stained the wrap. So it wasn't anything like specifically that I did that caused that. He had another vehicle that I did as well. So, we kind of compared the two and said, look, if it were anything that I did, it would have done the same exact thing on your other vehicle. Your other vehicle looks spotless, shining. This one has some issues, but it's obviously something that was there from before. If you'd like to explore, trying to get those out, I could do that, but it's going to be, again, it's a separate service from just a standard detail. And he was just kind of like, nah, I'm all right with it. I don't even know if I'm going to leave the wrap on there that long, and I'll deal with it down the road. So it didn't end up really being any type of issue. Let me know, guys, have you ever had a client like say that you did something to their car to cause damage or accuse you of anything? Let me know in the comments down below.
All right, Jeff, so, hey man, those rims, super dirty.
Yeah, these are in pretty rough shape. You can even see the tires are really pretty dirty. It's been a long time since these have had any type of cleaning. I'm not going to use the normal brake buster. I would use that for like a maintenance client because it's not quite as strong. This stuff I'm going to use, it's a non-acid wheel cleaner. I think it's by Nanoskin, I think. But this is a lot stronger, so it should break that down. And then we're going to use the knockout on the actual tires. That'll take off some of that kind of staining and just dirt that you see on there. Is really good for stripping that off as well. But first we're going to give it a little pre-rinse, wash off what we can, and then we'll switch to that. What's your go-to chemicals for caked on rims and tires, guys? Drop it in the comments down below.
All right, Jeff, talking about tires, man, cleaning them. What tires are the worst to clean in your opinion?
My opinion, the really big tires on like Jeeps and trucks, especially if they've been like off-roading or it's been a long time since they've been cleaned. They get that buildup of the shine on there, and they just take a while, take a lot of scrubbing. You really put some elbow grease into scrubbing them and pressure washing. Use a lot more of your spot-free water on that too. So it just takes twice as long to do those big tires like that.
All right, Jeff. So when it comes to scrubbing the car, what bucket method are you using? The 1, the 2, the 8?
So I keep one bucket with like about 6 or 7 clean mitts in there. It has grit guards in there, so you know, you scrub them and the dirt falls to the bottom of the bucket. I just use a different mitt all the way around the car, and that usually gets me through. For the wheels, I have a separate bucket for all the brushes for that. Same thing, hey guys, with grit guard in the bottom, so all your dirt will fall. And then I have just a separate clear, like a rinse bucket as well. Hey guys, one thing I like to do for some of my newer clients is when you see the paint and you put the water on it, it's basically flat. There's no protection at all here. You can see it's not beating up, nothing, just flat. So you want to offer some type of paint protection. I like to my go-to is Gyeon Wet Coat. So this is what I use. It's just super simple to put on. It's really easy. Put it on while it's wet. And we'll just show you a little demonstration of how this is going to change the hydrophobics of this car just by putting this on. So first you want to wet down the panel so it's nice and wet, nice and cool. You just got to spray a little bit of this around sporadically here. Let it sit for 10-15 seconds. And then you're just going to spray it off, pretty simple. You can see how it's reacting to the water now, how it's beating up. And you don't want to just blast it off the car. You want to kind of spray it around so it distributes around on the paint. But look at how that's beating up and rolling right off of there now. That's the way that the paint should be. So I like this just because, like I said, it's super easy. It takes 5 minutes to do the whole car with this versus putting on a hand wax or hand ceramic at the end. That's going to take you an extra 45 minutes to an hour, which is fine if you're going to do that. Just make sure you're charging extra for that. This I actually include with my details as part of the service.
All right, Jeff. First time customers, right?
Yeah.
Use the restroom or never use the restroom? So you gotta go, bro.
Never use the restroom. No, you never use the client's restroom. I just think that that's really unprofessional to do that. You should kind of plan out your time accordingly. And
all right,
I've never used a customer's restroom. I just don't think that it's a professional thing to do.
All right. So number 1, okay, cool. You could get away with it. But what about number 2, man? Like you gotta go. Tell the customer, hey, I'll be back in 15-30 minutes, or you just tough it out?
Well, you know, I haven't had to deal with that thankfully yet because
Okay.
I plan out my day accordingly. But if I did have to do with that, I would probably say, hey, I've got an issue with my generator. I got to go take care of real quick. I'll be back in 30 minutes or whatever, you know. I wouldn't get into specifics of why you have to leave.
Oh, okay, God. Hey, just saying that, bro. I gotta go to the bank real quick, bro. I'll be back.
Cup holders and console, really important areas because the driver's always going to look at those. They're always going to check out this section to see if there's any dirt or grime left behind. If they have touch screens, this one not really, but on the newer cars where they have touch screens, just always make sure all the fingerprints are gone. That's another high traffic area. All your wipers, turn signals, anywhere around the steering wheel area needs to be really clean because that's going to be just a few inches from their face all the time. So that's something that's going to stand out pretty bad if you don't do a good job on that.
All right, Jeff. So what's one area that took you a while to really get down? Well, that maybe you forgot or you made sure that you touched on it?
When I was first starting, sometimes I would probably miss. There's this one spot over here. When you drop the steering wheel down, like here, this little section in here, I would forget to like get in there and like vacuum that out or wipe that down. For the first, I don't know, maybe month or two, I would be like, oh crap, I forgot that one area. Another place that maybe gets overlooked sometimes is the headliner. You know, you don't really look up. You're constantly like just looking forward and you don't take the look up. I usually don't do like a full headliner cleaning with my Express packages anyway. I do with the executive package. But with Express, if I notice a couple spots, I'll just kind of give it a little touch up with some upholstery cleaner if it's not too bad. Like sometimes you get maybe a little like makeup on the ceiling or a little grease spot or something, I'll touch that up. But I don't do the full headliner unless it's the executive package, then that all gets cleaned.
So Jeff, a lot of detailers struggle with windows, streak free, this and that. Did you struggle at the beginning or did you get it down right away?
I did a pretty good amount of research on like how to get the streak-free windows, and I got it dialed in pretty quick. It depends on the windows that you're dealing with, how dirty they are and how often they're maintained. These aren't too bad, so you can get away with your glass cleaner, a towel. I usually like to follow it up with a wipe with one of these. These are really good just to take off any like final streaks. It'll leave like a nice streak-free surface to it. If they're really dirty, like they haven't been cleaned ever and there's a significant amount of grime on there, it's a good idea to wash them first with like a dish soap and a sponge, like a Ninja scrubber or something like that, and that'll take off all the grime. Dry it and then use this stuff, because if you just use this on a really dirty window, it's going to take forever. It's just going to smear it around, it's going to leave streaks. You're not going to get the results that you want. So it's really important to take that dirt off before you use the glass cleaner, and then you finish it up with a microfiber. You don't need a lot of glass cleaner either. A lot of people think you need more is better, but you actually don't need that much product. You just want to use as little as possible to get the job done, and then it leaves that nice streak-free window for you. Mirrors too. That used to be one that I used to forget. I hate cleaning these little mirrors, man. They never come clean. Like, it doesn't matter what you use on them. Whatever that crappy product that they use to put those little vanity mirrors in, they just suck to clean. Hey guys, Reyes just brought something to my attention that he feels a lot of detailers don't do the back windows. So let me know what you guys think on that. I always do them with every detail. I get in there and wipe them down. And some of them are tough to get in, but I mean, I feel like that's part of it. You got to do the back windows. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below.
All right, Jeff, when it comes to tire dressing, man, what's your go-to chemical?
I usually use this Meguiar's Ultimate Insane Shine. You can get it on Amazon. I think Walmart sells it too. It's pretty cheap. It's like 10 bucks a can, but it's really easy to use. It leaves a nice gloss to it. I just put a little bit on the applicator. I don't spray it directly on because you get the overspray everywhere on the rims and on the car. You don't really need that much with this either. And one of the things I like is it doesn't really sling like all over the car, where some of those other dressings, I feel like they just don't bond with the tire really well and you get a lot of the tire sling. This doesn't do that. It usually lasts a pretty good amount of time. I don't know, what do you guys think? What's your favorite tire shine that you guys like to use? Drop it in the comments below.
And is it the first tire shine you've tried? Or have you gone through a couple?
I've gone through a couple. Yeah, I've gone through probably 4 or 5 maybe that I've tried, and I keep coming back to this one just because it's easy to use, it gets good results, and it's not very expensive either. So I don't know if there's something else out there that's better that you guys can think of. Let me know. I'd be happy to try it out. Okay guys, so that's a breakdown of my Express full detail. Let me know what you guys think, and please like and subscribe.